What is up, book nerds? NFL Fanbase Aura tier list. Let's go. We start off with the Saints, who have an actually pretty good fan base. Who dat? I'll put them at A tier. They haven't been as angry as I would be in the Saints' current condition, and now their fan base is really going to be tested with that Saints roster. I'm staring at the Ravens. My bad. At the Saints, you have cool fan base name, you're a passionate bunch, and you don't complain a lot. So basically my metric. How intimidating you are versus how annoying you are. Vertically Dolphins. You're not really intimidating, and I will say Tyler Sports I do watch him, but he is what I think of when I think of a Dolphins fan, and the rest of your fan base is not intimidating enough to make up for that, so I'm throwing y'all in D tier. Maybe when y'all are actually good, I get to see what y'all can do as a fan base. But right now, I think most people in Miami would rather go to the beach. Then we have the Ravens. Earlier we have... They're mildly annoying, and I will say they have been quite intimidating during the playoffs. Not enough that I put them in the top of the league, but not as intimidating as the Saints, but I'd say they are one of the more intimidating ones. And the Bengals, who have quieted down a lot. They got kind of annoying in that one after they beat the Chiefs in the AFC Championship, and then they had to face in the following year, and then did not beat them. Bengals, throw it on B tier. B for Bengals. That actually works. We have yourself mildly annoying, and you have been intimidating when you're good. Then we have the Broncos. Can't forget the Broncos' biggest fan, Altitude, who carries a lot of your aura, just being high off the ground. Overall, y'all haven't been annoying, y'all been pretty quiet, and overall, y'all been a chill bunch. Also, B for Broncos. Giants. I'm a Giants fan. I know what I'm talking about. This fan base is not intimidating at all. In fact, I'll actually throw in the Jets here because it's the same story twice. You go to one of the games, it's not intimidating at all. Jets and Giants fans, there's cool people. I know a lot of them. But I can't say they have aura as a fan base when going to a game feels like going to a funeral. And also, I hear nonstop complaining, which granted, there's not a lot to not complain about when looking at these two teams, at least in the last decade, because I wasn't really alive last time. I was alive and a baby when the last time the Giants were good, and I just haven't been alive when the Jets have been good. Just got the Vikings, a cool bunch, and Skull that is intimidating. You got the whole headdress. That is cool. I'll put you on 8 tier for that. That is aura. At the Rams, Chargers, Big Brother. Might as well talk about them together. Rams, D tier. This is basically torch action in LA. Not incredibly intimidating, very easy to overrun. That's what their sister team. Both fight during either game. Incredibly easy to overrun by the other team, and neither team has a large fan base outside of their original fan base. If we're in St. Louis, I think their fans would be a lot higher, and if we're in San Diego, the Chargers would also be a lot higher. But now both of them are in LA. Their fan base basically has become famous people showing pictures of their Instagram. Okay. Then we have the Buccaneers. You have a pirate ship, and some of your fans dress like pirates. That is cool. Though it didn't get too annoying when you won that one Super Bowl. B for Buccaneers. As SKU sit well within this boat of B tier. Then we have the Lions. Y'all have just been depressed. Y'all have gone through so much depressing. You're starting to get a bit annoying, but you've been through so much that now that you're finally good, plus Dan Campbell is like the coach with one of the most aura. And then we have the Bears. You have some really cool outfits, I will say. But other than that, I don't really think Soldier Field is that intimidating of a place to play, especially under the ownership of Aaron Rodgers, and now Jordan Love is trying to become the new owner. So I think that's really killing y'all. The Niners, I wouldn't say you have the most intimidating environment, but I wouldn't say your fan base isn't intimidating. I say you are existent, which I can't say about your D and F tier. But Giants investments, they do exist. They're just depressed. Then we have the Eagles, who I'm putting them in B tier for one reason. They are the most intimidating fan base in the league, but they are also by far the most annoying. Like, I get it. You go to an Eagles game, you might get shot. You might get shot. So I feel like that equals out. So I feel like I gotta put you on B tier because you're surpassing the point of being annoying. And then I might as well talk about the Chiefs here. The Chiefs, who I feel like y'all, I gotta put you on this because y'all do set the record for highest, noisiest fan base, and you are very intimidating of a place to play. I feel like you are quite annoying, but I feel like y'all wouldn't be half as annoying as you are if it wasn't for your pinstriped number one fans. So if you remove the Swifties and the refs, you know that shit. I'm blind, I'm deaf, I want to be a ref. If the Chiefs stopped getting every call, I feel like I'd be a lot less annoyed. Now the Raiders, a team that lost a lot of aura after leaving Oakland. The Raiders, I'm putting on D tier now that you're in Vegas. Because if y'all were in Oakland, I say you still be high B tier, low A tier. But you lost a lot of your fans now, at least in the stadium. Because now you have your occasional Mad This fan base is cool. You got the chain, you got the terrible towels. You got a lot of cool aspects that makes the Steelers unique. Then we have the Bills. They take the up to notch by jumping through a table. Okay, now we got the crazy people. The people who would jump through a table and risk bodily harm for their team and shovel without getting paid. That's passion. Falcons. You'll get pretty good prices and you'll chill. You'll also have nobody. I'd say you're even more depressing than the Lions, because at least the Lions never had hope of being good. Y'all just have insurmountable tragedy after insurmountable tragedy. Seahawks, the 12th man. I think this is arguably the best fan base in the league with the 12th man. And also, you have green Mad Max looking dudes. So that's also lit. I feel like anybody in the S tier, that is incredibly lit. And the Patriots, they were really annoying for a while. Y'all ain't been, kind of quiet. Y'all actually haven't been complaining as much as I would be. I am part of the problem, I admit. C tier, Browns. Dog pound, that's cool. I'll come back to you. We have, let's just run out. After your Panthers, you'll need a new stadium. Maybe then people would show up. Because right now, Panthers, CMC's gone. There's just not a lot there. Let's see, D-tier Jags. Not all of you are Chester Cheetah's gay cousin in a Speedo. And I love Jacksonville for that reason. But most of y'all are normal people, and you're a very small market, so you don't have that much unique stuff outside the pool. Texans, you're also just kind of there. Not that much stands out about you. In C tier, we have the Cowboys, because y'all are quite intimidating, but y'all just as annoying. So you're less annoying than the Eagles and quite a bit less intimidating, because I don't feel like I got shot at a Cowboys game. So I'll put y'all in C tier. And then around out C tier, we have the Titans, who are also one of the families that are just kind of there. And then we'll round out with the Colts in B tier. And then the Browns, I'm actually surprised I'm going to put them in A tier. Dog pound. They'll actually do some cool stuff there. So like and subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified when I upload next. I'll see you in the next one. Hello, fan base or tier list. Let's go. We start off with the Saints, who have actually a pretty good fan base. Who dat? I'll put them at 8 tier. They haven't been as angry as I would be in the Saints' current condition, and now their fan base is really going to be tested with that Saints roster. I'm staring at the Ravens. My bad. At the Saints, you have cool fan base name. You're a passionate bunch, and you don't complain a lot. So basically, my metric: how intimidating you are versus how annoying you are. For the Dolphins, you're not really intimidating, and